Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I certainly hope this video finds you in good health, good spirits, and a smile on your face and all that fun stuff. Anyway, I'm hoping to get this video done real quick, without a lot of extraneous noise, because up here in Montana, you can sure tell it's spring, i.e. summertime. The sound of all the lawnmowers and dogs and people in the neighborhood yakking and all that. You don't hear that kind of stuff in the wintertime. Okay, I'm way off the subject here. Okay, when it comes to playing the Native American flute, ladies and gentlemen, here is a good way for you to get involved with this without having to spend a lot of money for expensive flutes. Because some of these flutes, depending on the maker, their experience and whatnot have you, because a lot of these instruments are folk instruments and they're handcrafted, have a tendency to be very expensive. Here's an alternative, a pocket flute. I'm going to pause for just a second. A good old little pocket flute. This is a high spirits Odell Borg pocket flute. This is in the key of G, I believe. Yeah, it's in the key of G. It's made out of walnut, but they don't make them out of walnut anymore, but he's still making them. Makes them out of cedar, I do believe. Anyway, this little guy right here is only a little over 11 inches long, 11 and an eighth, I think I measured that. And I measured the outside diameter a little less than 7/8 of an inch. And this hole right here, this mouth hole right here, I think is a little less than 3/8 of an inch. And I didn't measure that hole right there. But the point being is it's a very small flute and it's very inexpensive. $60. Okay? I checked on Odell's site. That's highspirits.com, by the way. HIGH spirits.com. And he's got a pocket flute in the key of A for $40 and a pocket flute, this guy right here, but it's in cedar though, in the key of G for $60. And that's definitely an alternative from buying really expensive, say like bass flutes and stuff like that. Because when I first got in 6 months or so ago, first got into flutes, I thought, oh yeah, I got this figured out. I know what the key of D is. I know what the key of F is. I know what the key E is, and all that stuff, which I do. But I didn't realize that when you get into those lower keys, the bass, what they call a bass flute, they have a tendency to be a lot bigger around in diameter, a lot longer, and these finger holes right here are spaced quite a bit apart. I've got one right here that I'm going to show you. I'll just show it to you right now and get it out of my hair. Okay, this is a condor. It's made by Odell Borg High Spirits Flutes, and it's in the key of E. It's one of their smallest bass flutes, but I still have a heck of a time playing it because these finger holes don't quite match up with me. Unfortunately, if you're the kind of person that's got kind of big hands, and especially fat fingertips and stuff like that, you're in a perfect position to be a good flute player. Me, on the other hand, listen to that. I've got small hands, relatively small, thin fingers and stuff like that, and so therefore it's not advantageous to me to be a flute player, but I still try. But anyway, this guy right here is a far cry, this condor, from this guy right here. You see what I'm getting at? I mean, a far cry, sound-wise and everything. So, what I'm trying to tell you, if you're sitting on the fence or you're thinking, I'd like to try out the Native American flute, but I really don't want to spend a bunch of money. What I'm advising you to do right out the get-go is, first of all, either get a flute in the key of A or G, so this finger spacing is relatively close together, or just try out one of these little pocket flutes. It's not going to break the bank, okay? Simple as that. Besides that, these are small. You can throw them in a backpack. You don't have a lot of money involved, and like that. This is the main point to this video right here, is to advise people to check into the world of pocket flutes instead of, thinking you know everything like I did when I first started playing flute. This is a key of G, like I say. It's a pocket flute. It's made out of walnut. I think I said this a little while ago, but Odell doesn't make these anymore out of walnut, but he dang sure does out of cedar, so no problem there. Let me play this a little bit. Kind of a high-pitched guy. Okay, now I've been sitting here for about the last hour or so playing this guy right here. This is one of my newer flutes, this Condor key of E, this bass flute. It's made out of walnut, by the way. And I've been squeaking and squawking all over the place. Matter of fact, I'm going to play it and show you. I hope I sound like ever-loving, excuse my French, ever-loving hell to drive this point home. That if you're first starting out, it's more advantageous to start out probably with a pocket flute. Or, flutes that are shorter in diameter. I mean, shorter in length, smaller in diameter. But let me give this, let me squawk on this Condor bass flute here. Well, I think you get the idea anyway. I can't remember what I paid for this, probably a good couple $100 or whatever have you, but I've got several bass flutes and they are the hardest to master. Let me tell you, like the key of D, E, and like that, so the way out of all of this mess, the squeaking and squawking and all that is just, give one of these pocket flutes a go, if you will. Sure, they don't have that haunting, real low pitched sound that everybody's after, but who cares? When you're first starting out, $40, $50 bill get you whistling along. Okay, that's all I got to say. Thank you very much. Happy flute playing to you and see you on down the trail.